Welcome. Is it on? I think so. Hello. Okay, yay. We are on. Welcome back again to my live cooking live with Charlotte. Today I'm making something fun, something hybrid, and something creative. Today I'm making kimchi gazpacho. I'm going to Hi. Hi. Welcome, welcome. Ooh, I'm hearing myself. Okay. Making kimchi gazpacho. Gazpacho is Spanish, I believe. It's basically this cold tomato soup with blended vegetables. And I wanted to do something a bit more creative, but also very summery, something cold. So I wanted to add kimchi element to the gazpacho. If you didn't know, kimchi goes really well with tomato. When I'm making tomato pasta at home, I'm always eating kimchi with it. Sometimes I even put kimchi in the pasta. It's a really nice fusion. It goes really well together. With that being said, this recipe is totally from my imagination. I think it's gonna go well. Hopefully that's the case. So I'll go over the ingredients real quick. Oh, hi, Krusty. Hi, hi. Okay, so here. Oh, heavy. I have a bunch of tomatoes. Oh, it's wet. Let me move the camera a little bit. Hi. What's cooking all? Oh, I'm making kimchi gazpacho, which is totally a fusion menu. So let me go over the ingredients. I have paprika or bell peppers. I call them paprika. I'm used to it. I'm probably only going to use half of this. And then I have a bunch of tomatoes. I have these big Roma tomatoes, 3 of them. And then I have a pint of these cherry tomatoes. So tomato is the base of the gazpacho, so you can't really omit that. These bigger tomatoes, they're gonna bring the freshness, and the cherry tomatoes, they're gonna bring the sweetness. So I do recommend mixing these two up. And then I have a big English cucumber over here. And let me put this aside. All the ingredients are red today. I have some kimchi. This is cabbage kimchi, which is the most traditional. It doesn't have to be cabbage kimchi. It could be anything. This is what I have at the moment. So I have maybe like a little less than a cup over here. And this is not tomato juice. This is actually kimchi juice. So if you've ever bought kimchi, you probably have, when you finish your jar of kimchi, you always have like leftovers, like leftover juice, I mean. So this recipe is like a good way to use your leftover kimchi juice. So this is basically like the juice from the cabbage and all the vegetables in the kimchi. So this has all the flavor. It's spicy. It has red pepper flakes. It has garlic, ginger, like all the flavors in there. So this is quite salty. So yeah, so I have about 3/4 of a cup here. That's what I had. And traditionally you eat gazpacho with like a piece of bread or something. I wanted to try something different. This is organic ramen. This is what I was able to find in my grocery store. Any kind of like thin wheat noodle will do. Somen will be the most ideal. Ideal noodles for this. Somen is a bit thinner than these. Yeah, so these are really thin wheat noodles. I like wheat noodles because it soaks up the sauce really well. There's that. And then you need a little bit of balsamic vinegar. If you don't have it, that's fine. So any kind of tomato sauce, I like adding fish sauce to it. If you're not a fan of fish sauce, you can use soy sauce or you can just use salt. And I have some scallions here, mostly for garnish. Okay, and the best part of this recipe is that most of the stuff happens in a blender. So I have my blender here. So let's get cooking. So I'm gonna move this aside. Get chopping with the veggies. So I'm going to use most of this cucumber. I'm going to leave a little bit for garnish, maybe like this much. Okay. Maybe I'll close up a little bit. Yes. Okay. And this is my trash bowl. I always keep like a small bowl near and then put any kind of like scraps in here. Okay, so these are all gonna go in the blender, so it doesn't have to be a good chop, just like a really rough chop. Okay, put it aside. And then paprika. I'm not gonna use it all. Maybe half of like this, about this. Like a perfect half. I am going to take the seeds out because I don't want seed floating in my gazpacho. Sometimes you just gotta knock like this. Okay. Then just a rough chop. Okay. And then tomatoes. I'm not gonna bother chopping the cherry tomatoes. I'm just going to give these big ones a rough chop so that it blends well. Okay. And that's all the chopping that we need for now. I'm gonna put this aside. And then the easy part. Blender. Let me move the camera up. Perfect. Oh, so while I do this, I'm going to get a pot full of water and let it start boiling. Just so that we don't have to wait later when we're trying to cook the noodles. Okay. Okay, so to this, I'm just going to add these vegetables that we chopped. Oh, it's gonna fill up real quick. Okay, and then I'm adding this kimchi juice. All of it goes in there. And then I'm not gonna season right now because the kimchi juice is pretty salty. So I'm gonna gauge after the blending is done. And then grab extra virgin olive oil and a good glug. Yeah. And then let's start blending. Oh, I need to turn it on. So here I'm looking for a quite fine consistency. I don't want it to be too chunky, so I'm going to try to get a very smooth blend as possible. Okay, I'm gonna stop there and then give it a taste. It's good. So, tip for seasoning for this. Gazpacho is technically a soup, so it it's kind of less saltier than a sauce, I would say. But for today's menu, I want the saltiness to be somewhere between sauce and a soup. So right now it's like a perfect soup seasoning, but I'm gonna add a little bit of seasoning to, yeah, make it more seasoned. So I have fish sauce here. So we're going to add maybe like a tablespoon and a half. Yeah. Blend again. Okay. It's good. I'm gonna add balsamic vinegar to bring out the brightness and add a little bit of sweetness. So balsamic vinegar, maybe like a tablespoon. Okay. So you know what? I'm gonna add a little bit more fish sauce. So the kimchi juice, unless you're eating vegan kimchi, it should have fish sauce in there. So I'm just intensifying the fish sauce flavor. Okay. Oh, wait. I forgot to add the cherry tomatoes. Oh my gosh, what is wrong with me? Okay, you go back in there. I swear, every time I do these live stream, I'm forgetting something. Okay, I probably need to adjust my seasoning again because, oh, shoot. I want to add, I'm gonna save a few cherry tomatoes for garnish. Okay, you guys come back out. Gosh, what is wrong with me? Krusty, you asked, do you prefer the high acidity of Roma tomatoes? I grow Roma because canning requires high acidity tomatoes. Yeah, I mean, I love any tomatoes in general. Yeah, I guess depends. I think if I'm not going to mix up the tomatoes like I'm doing today, I'll probably do just the heirloom, the summer heirloom tomatoes, which are like really sweet. Yeah. So let's blend again. There it goes. Okay. Let's taste it again. The cherry tomatoes definitely brought out the sweetness. So good. But I am gonna add a little bit more salt. Okay, that's good. So the hardest part is done. So let me show you what this looks like. If you can see, it's like, I mean, you would think this is a smoothie, right? But not the type of smoothie that you want to drink in the morning. So I'm going to put this in the fridge while I cook the pasta. Not the pasta, the noodles. Okay. Put that away. So my water for the noodles is not up to boil yet, so I'm going to get the garnish ready. So bring this back. So for the garnish, Chrissy, you said, I think my favorite heirloom tomatoes are Cherokee Purple. Oh, I don't think I've ever tried that. Is that like actually purple? Like actual purple tomatoes? That is so fascinating. Okay, so for kimchi garnish, you can just use this, like slice it up and use it as a garnish. But I want to do something a little bit different. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wash this out with water and then squeeze out the water and then use washed kimchi as a garnish. If you never had washed kimchi before, you should try it. I really love it. I mean I love kimchi as is, but if you wash it out, it takes away the sweet the spiciness, but it still has like that pickled cabbage taste, like kind of slightly sour but also slightly sweet. So I'm gonna do that now. So basically what you do, you just wash this. I don't know if you can see very well. Just wash out all the red pepper bits. If you're not used to Korean food, this might not look the most pleasing, but trust me, this is good. I wish I had an heirloom tomato garden. That would be my dream. Having my own garden, like tomato garden, and eating off my garden. That sounds so dreamy. Okay. These are all washed out. And look, they look so different. I mean, it doesn't look that appetizing right now. This washed kimchi is a... Oh, I'll talk after I finish washing. Okay. And then you just want to squeeze out the excess water. Give it a squeeze. It's an arm workout. Phew. Okay, I think that's good. Then bring it over here. Okay, let me wash my hands real quick. Let me wash my hands real quick. Okay, so you have these washed kimchi. Just align them. And then I want it to be, I mean, you can slice it whichever shape you want, but I want it to be like thin slices. Something that's similar to like a thin noodle. Oh my gosh. My cutting board is moving. If you have a moving cutting board, this is a good tip. It's most ideal if this it works best if this is wet, but it's okay if it's not. Okay, So I want it to be like thin slices like this. You know what? This is my snap. Chef's treat. Okay. I'm going to put these aside. Okay. Now for the cucumbers. I want the cucumbers to be like similar slices, like julienne slices like this. Normally I like, yeah. Okay, that's enough. Yeah, so something thin like this. Okay. 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 For scallions, I'm going to just do like diagonal rings. Like these, slanted. Okay. And then these cherry tomatoes to just slice it like these. Okay, that's all of the chopping that I needed for today. And this is perfect timing because my water is starting to boil a bit. I'm going to get this ready to drain out the noodles. Okay, now let's move it around. Perfect. Okay. It's going to boil any minute now. And then for cooking the noodles, obviously follow the instructions. But usually these kind of wheat noodles, what happens is they boil up, bubble up, and then you gotta pour in cold water and do that a couple more times, and then you basically know the noodles are cooked. So I am cooking for 2 today. So I'm using 2 packets of these. Yeah, 2 packets of these. Okay. I am ready. So, okay, starting to boil. Okay. And try to gently nudge them into the pot. And then obviously give it a stir so the starch releases. These wheat noodles cook in no time. And yeah, these are like slightly thicker than somen noodles. In the bag it says it cooks in 4 minutes. So yeah, that's so much faster than, you know, other pasta noodles. Okay. Going to let it bubble up. Yeah, so you'll see that it's bubbling up. So basically if it almost reaches the top, yeah, when it reaches almost the top, pour a little bit of cold water. And then you just have to do that 2 more times and then take out the noodles. Hi, Anthology. I think I could live off ramen alone. I mean, yeah, it'll be delicious, but it won't be... Will it be nutritious? I guess there's a way. Okay, so this is the second time when it's bubbling up. Okay, a little bit of cold water. And then we basically have 1 more bubbling up left. Okay, it's almost done. Okay, I'll let it bubble a little bit more. Okay, now I'm gonna take this out of the water, out of the heat, and I'm going to shock them in cold water. So basically, here, what I'm gonna do is wash it well to get all the starchy parts out. Okay. art check, you asked. Okay, I'll wash this and I'll continue your question. Okay. Oh, hi. Hi. Thank you for joining, John. So art check, you asked, that's a neat trick with cold water. That works for all pasta. So I'm not sure if it works for all pasta, but because when I cook pasta, it doesn't normally bubble up like that. It usually works with like more wheat condensed noodles. Like a lot of Asian noodles have that tendency where they bubble up real quick. So my suggestion is try it with like somen noodles or udon noodles, and you'll kind of gauge from there. But yeah, it is a nice trick, isn't it? Okay, so I have my noodles here. I'm gonna drain the water. Okay, noodles are ready. Now I just have to plate them. So, you know, these recipes kind of take longer because I'm like filming, but usually I try to do all my recipes like really quick ones so that, you know, it's not like a 2 hour live stream. So yeah, if you try it, you'll probably notice that it takes quicker than how long I take. So let's get everything ready. Of course. Oh, Miss Bites. Oh, you know what, John? No one has ever called me that. Miss Bites? I like that. That's cute. Okay, so wash my hands real quick. Okay, can you see it well? Maybe a bit up close up. Perfect. Okay, so for noodles, just grab a handful and then try to like twist with your, I mean, I'm not good at this either. Try to twist with on your fingers and then like twirl it like that. I'm not good at that at all. And then the gazpacho. Is this the V8 juice? Possibly. I'm going to put it on the side so that it's like a moat situation going on. Like a soup moat. A moat made out of soup. Okay. Now, for the garnish that we made, I'm going to add this kimchi that we sliced. Okay. And then the cucumbers. That's already so pretty. And then I'm going to nest this little guy. Oh my gosh. And then these green onions that we chopped, just like sprinkle it around. And then I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil, just just like drizzle around the moat area. Yeah. Perfect. And then I just want to freshly cracked pepper, just a little bit. That is done. Okay, let me get a close up. Look at that. Oh my gosh, this is... I'm always trying to figure out what would be the best angle to show you. Okay, how is that? Look! This is Kimchi Gazpacho. Hey, it's a success. Krusty, that looks yummy. Thank you. And you asked something, and when I lived in Kirkland, I would eat at this ramen shop that was ran by a family from Japan. My all-time favorite restaurant ever. Oh, hey, maybe if you guys like ramen, I'll make ramen next time. Oh my gosh, I am so proud of this. Okay, hopefully it tastes good as it looks. Okay. Okay. Let me take a quick picture of this. I think what happens a lot of the time in these live streams, I do the live stream and then I eat right away, so I need a photo to post. So this lighting is... Okay. John, you said you can see the noodles? That's good. Okay. Taste test. Oh, not my face close up. So this is like gazpacho and Korean style cold noodles hybrid. That's what I was going for. It looks great. I'm kind of proud of myself. Okay, now let's try taste test. Where's my noodles? Not my noodles. Where's my chopsticks? John, you asked, is the taste different in the noodles? Rome and spaghetti noodles? Yes, it's for sure different. I know that pasta they use a lot more durum wheat, and ramen noodles it's kind of different type of wheat. I believe I might be wrong. Sorry, I'm not a professional. And then a lot of Asian, especially Chinese like noodles, they're seasoned more. You know what? Maybe I should study these differences and maybe I can get back to you on that. But it is, yes, it's definitely different. It's like Asian pastas have a bit more like chewy texture. Okay, so how you eat this is give it a good mix. It's basically cold pasta. Okay. And texture. I just eat more ramen noodles. Okay. Grab a good bite. Mm, it's good. It's like we all love tomato soup, right? But this is more like a fresher summer grown-up tomato soup. And it pairs well with kimchi, which is perfect. Mm. Mm. It's so good. It's perfect for like summer meal. It cools you down, but it cools you down, but the spiciness gives you a little bit of kick. Mm. I almost finished a full bowl already. But really, I'm doing noodles today, but you know how I said gazpacho, you usually eat it with like a crusty bread? Will totally work well with crusty bread. And also gazpacho, I know if you let it sit and marinate, I think technically you're supposed to marinate it at least like a few hours. I didn't because I didn't have time. So I know it's gonna taste so much better tomorrow. So tomorrow I'm gonna try eating it with like bread. I almost finished all of my noodles already. So good. So good. Mm. Mm. It's like a it's like a salad version of a soup. And it's actually really refreshing because you usually don't really eat noodles and like cold tomatoes this way. It's always usually cooked, but I like it. Mm. I'm gonna make another bowl for myself. Okay. So that was it for my kimchi gazpacho. My total hybrid menu that I envisioned from my imagination. And what a success. So, yeah, do you guys have any more questions? If you have any questions, let's talk about it now. Is this something that I do have a question for you? Um, so I'm so thankful because some of my friends watch my live stream and I'm so thankful for them. And I've gotten some feedback that the recipes that I shared, they've tried and they loved it. But Today is kind of a very like unique menu. Would you make this at home? What do you think? Is this something that you feel like, oh, I feel like I can make that, or I want to make that? What are your thoughts? I'm waiting for your answers. While I eat. Maybe not. Oh my gosh, there's like 7 of you. Thank you if you're watching, if you're just tuning in. Oh, Krusty, you said yeah for sure. Okay, that's great. If you do get to try, please, yeah, let me know. Like, comment down on the video, um, whether you liked it or not. Okay, our check. It's simple and quick to make, so yeah. Oh, that's exactly what I was looking for. What were you saying? I was getting ice for my foot. Oh, okay. Oh no, is your foot okay? So I was asking if like the recipe that I made today is some you after watching it, do you feel like, oh, I could totally make that? I want to make that. Is it easy enough? Does it seem simple enough? Yeah, just any kind of feedback. 3 likes out of 7. Yeah, guys, please like and subscribe. Your subscription means a lot to me. It'll keep me going. Okay. If you're just tuning in now, or like it seems like some of you might have just tuned in like the past 15 minutes, I made a kimchi gazpacho today. This is kind of what's left of it. Yeah, I think. Anyone else? Yes, it looks good and easy. Perfect. That's what I'm going for. Delicious and easy. Okay, so I'm gonna probably grab another bowl. And I'm gonna finish rest of my dinner. So thank you so much for watching. Oh, if you want to know when I do my live streams, please follow my Instagram. It's Instagram at Charlotte Takes a Bite. I'll try to inform when I'm gonna do live stream, like at least a day before, so that you know what's coming. Yeah. Thank you for watching. Any other questions? You should post follow-up photos and the recipe. You're right. I will do that. I will make a recipe post. Yeah, thank you for that feedback. That's a good idea. I'll go ahead and do that. Okay, thank you so much. Today was so fun. Will you do a video on different noodles? Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, we can totally experiment and see like what noodles goes best with what. I like that idea. Health and so on. Oh, do you mean like nutrition wise? Yeah, I guess I could research that information. Obviously I'm not a health expert, so whatever I find, it won't be from like an expert advice. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Okay, have a good night. Bye.